So you just finished the tutorial and you're standing in town figuring out what to do. Here are some tips and tricks to help you on your Albion online journey. Now these tips are mainly for beginners and new players that have just joined the game. However, stick around, you might learn a thing or two. If you have any tips of your own, leave them in the comment section below. Tip number 1. Every day you can do expeditions that give you royal sigils. They are worth around 30k. At the start of your journey, this is a lot of money, so make sure you do them every day till you feel like you don't need to do them anymore and have other income sources. Expeditions can be found in any city. Look for this icon on the minimap. Tip number 2. If you have time, do the arena dailies. They give you silver bags, fame and arena medals which can be sold on the market for a pretty penny. Tip number 3. If you use attack speed weapons such as bows, the spacebar is your best friend. The spacebar is the auto attack shortcut key. Tip number 4. When you're running around the world of Albion, you don't want to be clicking all the time. Press numlock to auto run in that direction of your cursor. You can also change this by going into options under key bindings, finding auto run and then pressing a new key. Tip number 5. In PvP sometimes you need to stop moving to avoid area of effect damage. The shortcut key for stopping where you're standing is S. Press S to stop moving. Tip number 6. In PvP it's a good idea to know what your opponent is wearing so you get a rough idea of how they will play and how to counter it. To inspect any player, click on them and then press the Y key. Tip number 7. You can set up key bindings to mark players and NPCs. To do this, go to the options, then key bindings and scroll to mark. Then add any key that you'd like to press to mark the target. Tip number 8. If you're gathering and don't pay attention when in open world, this tip could save your life. Head to the options and then turn on off-screen name tags. This will show name tags off your screen so you can see when someone is coming your way. Tip number 9. To loot faster, press shift and then click. That way the item gets transferred to your inventory and vice versa. Stop dragging your loot over and not getting that juicy loot in your ganking sessions. Tip number 10. You can press both right click and left click to open silver bags. This will speed up your opening process by 2 times. Or hold them until they release a use all button. Tip number 11. Remember, when you are in combat, you cannot zone in and out of a zone for 20 seconds. So if you're transporting loot or one of your skills hits a person, you will be combat locked for 20 seconds. Tip number 12. There are several types of zones in Albion Online. Blue zones are completely safe from PvP combat. Yellow zones are PvP zones where you can get attacked by PvP flag players, but you will only get knocked down on death. Red zones are full loot PvP. When you die, you lose all your items. At the bottom right of the map, it shows you how many PvP flag players there are in the red zone map. Black zones are full loot PvP, exclusively to the Outlands. When you die, you lose all your items. If you are faction flagged, it's a full loot PvP no matter what zone. Tip number 13. Albion Online is not like your traditional MMO, where you get one set of gear and you slowly upgrade the pieces. Think of it like old school RuneScape Wilderness. You lose all your gear on death in red and black zones. So you don't want to have one super expensive set. You should have 5 to 10 average sets. This way it will not be a financial burden to buy more gear, and when you die you already have sets ready to go. Tip number 14. When you have spent a few days in Albion, you will start to accumulate loot. And when you want to sell the loot, it is a good idea to go to the marketplace. When you're at the marketplace, this menu will pop up. If you click on this little arrow icon here, it will open up another window and give you a lot more information about the item and its buy and sell values. Tip number 15. The final tip for this video is buy and sell orders. When you instant sell items on the market, you are losing out on a good chunk of silver. If you do not need silver right away, it is a good idea to list that item as a sell order. Sell orders are you putting an item up for sale and then someone can buy that item for the silver price you specified. Buy orders are the opposite. You put up an order to buy an item for a certain amount of silver, and if someone instantly sells and your buy order is on the top of the list, you will get the item. So those were 15 tips that I wish I had known before I started my Albion online journey. Hopefully these tips have helped you out. Don't forget to check the comment section for other players' tips. If you have any questions, feel free to join my Discord. When I get time, I'll try to answer your questions, or someone from the server will also help you out. It's the best way for you to contact me and get updates on my journey. I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday over at Twitch at 8 PM UTC, so if you have any questions or just want some help, feel free to pop in and say hi. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video and it helped you out. Comment if you have any extra tips for people, and subscribe if you want more Albion Online guides, tips, tricks and PvP content. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next Albion Online video.